Today's video is going to be about mother and father titles. Now I want to start off that just because you help bring a child in this world doesn't mean you are a mother or a father. A mother and a father is those that do the job. If you have not raised your child, right, you have no right to criticize their shortcomings, their wrongdoings. I heard stories of parents would call their child dumb or whatever, or wish the child was dead. Now the wish your child was dead part, right? They didn't ask to be here in this world. Especially if you're a black parent, right? What favors did you think that you done for them? From the day they was born, our black people, we have a target on our back. We're already a slave, right? You have to go through racism, right? Some of us, when we drive, we have to worry about a cop pulling us over. Even walking down the street, we got to worry about getting gunned down by our own kind and the cops, right? We get stereotyped for everybody. The stereotypical black man, the thief, right? The thug. So, and by birth, we already labeled as nothing. So by you saying the child's a mistake and all that, you the mistake, right? Child didn't ask to be here to endure all that. Now back to the part of you not raising your child, right? You have no right to criticize these decisions, especially when they get old enough and want to find their parents, or when they do deal with their parents, you say, oh, you stupid, you this. You never gave them no knowledge to instill nothing in them. So who are you? That you should be ashamed to even say that about your own children. You should, right? A mother and a father supposed to do their job. Other than that, it's just a title. Because parents actually use that and say, well, I gave you birth. I'm your mother. But did you do the job? It's no good to have a title of something that you don't do. And that's with any title. Shoot, if you can't, you can have a title, mechanic, whatever, but if you never work on cars, what good is that? Parenting is the job, right? You have no right to use that. Blood don't mean nothing. The mother and father is the one that took care of you, that did the job. And people have the misconception of that. You know, when the child goes up, hey, don't try to worm your way in their life now. Especially if you're not trying to make up for what you've done wrong. If the child made dumb decisions, it's your fault for not being there. Right? You don't know how they upcome. So, not trying to make the video too long. But who your people think you are because you gave birth? You entitled for something. But you get a hand clap? Don't mean nothing, right? So maybe people don't agree with this, but and another thing, when you get of age, man, it's if you come old and you can't take your child don't owe you nothing. Like if I get old or whatever, I wouldn't want my kids to take care of me. You done your job. You supposed to be the protector. I'm supposed to be the protector. So if I get of age, hey kids, live your life. But you're supposed to, look, every parent must teach their kids wisdom. And another misconception. Yes, you're supposed to provide the bare minimum. Food, shelter, and water. Yes, every parent should know that basic concept. But what you give them beyond that is much more. Like I said, knowledge. Teach them how to survive. Get a good career, get a good life. Those are things that are important. Of course, you put, me, I would put God in the picture too. But I'm just talking about your average parenting. You're supposed to give them wisdom and knowledge. That's the best thing to give your children. Parents not about the most expensive things you can buy them. It's not about looking good. You only impress a man. If you teach your child how to be humble, they will grow up to be humble. Now, of course, if being a good parent, does the kid always grow up to be good kids? No. But at least you will have bragging rights and say, hey, you did the best for your kids. You gave them wisdom. You raised them. That's another thing you did it. But don't complain about the child making dumb decisions when you never gave them nothing to begin with. Because if you don't teach your kids, the world will teach your kids. The world will. You got to understand your kid is a gift. Just because, your title don't mean nothing, like I said. Your kids are a gift. There's somebody that can take care of the child better than you can. So your child is never a mistake. Right? It is you the mistake for not putting the responsibility of being the parent. So the title don't mean squat. Don't use that. That's a misconception. Right? Family is the ones that done the job. That support you in all your doings. Alright? So there's nothing I can really say too much because I repeat myself constantly. The only thing I really agree of giving a child away, and I'm still iffy about that decision, if the parent don't have no drug habit, right? Cause I don't even believe that you should give your kids away if you have a drug habit. No, you should stop your drug habit. Your kids should be the motivation for you to get better. But if you're a parent that struggling financially, don't have nothing left for the child, okay, then I might suggest giving the child away for them to have a better life if there's no other option. But you as a parent should supposed to pick the family best for the child, not just give them the foster home. You should be able to pick. Not only they should be financially able, but be a supportive and love that child as if it's their own, and make sure the parents are supportive of doing good, and allow the parents to allow you to see the child. Okay, giving the child away is understandable, so you can explain to your child why I gave you away. But if you have issues, if you already knew that you couldn't take care of that child, don't have kids. Heck, keep your legs closed. God, before you put, it's not a mistake. Guys, before you put it in the ignition, hey, you know the consequences for what that happened. Women don't give up the pudding so easy. I'm just saying, don't you dare use the titles of mother and father because it's a job. You should not cast your kid to the side of easy, but you expect something from them in return. Even those who had their kids and brought them up, if you never gave them knowledge, you have no right to judge on their decision. Because you never gave them nothing to learn from. Let me end it before I continue to repeat myself. Comment if you agree. Comment if you disagree. But I'm ending it.